What's up, guys? It's the only ninja wearing aviators and a superhero hat, bringing you another video here on the Modern Ninja channel. And my hat stays true to what we're talking about today and I'm so pumped about it because we're going over every single live action Batman film and TV show and finding out which one's the better martial artist, which one's the better combatant. We're going over all of them, from Christian Bale to Adam West, Val Kilmer, and even back to 1943's Lewis Wilson. We're going over all of them. But I got to be honest with you guys, this is my opinion.
That's my opinion!
I have reasons for my opinion, but this is my opinion. So if you guys disagree with me, let me know down in the comments. Tell me why you disagree or agree down in the comments. And if you do disagree, tell me your list. Go and type your list from top to bottom, who you think the best live action Batman is in terms of fighting. So get that in your head. I'm not talking about how good the movie is. I'm not talking about how good the actor is. I'm not talking about whether the story's good behind it. Only in canon how good Batman is at fighting. So before we can get into the rest of this video, you know we got to run that intro.
Was good, his was better.
Now guys, for this list I am going to be going from worst to best, so the least skilled fighter to the most skilled fighter, just so you are aware going forward. Starting off, we're going to be talking about Batman 1943, played by Lewis Wilson. Now this Batman is iconic in that it is what helped superheroes and superhero TV shows become what they are today. It's one of the original live action superheroes. But there is a couple things that you can notice when watching some of his fights. He gets beat up and held down so much. To add on to that, he's not great at dealing with multiple people and only does basic hook punches and grabs when he does his fighting. And arguably he's worse than his Robin, because his Robin performs various types of punches other than the classic hook punch and does various types of takedowns and is more successful 9 times out of 10 at dealing with multiple people. He saves Batman so many times in that series, it's not even funny. Batman also doesn't know any great weapon disarms. No gun disarms, no knife disarms, bats, none of it. He rarely, if ever, does any weapon disarms. At number 6, we're going to go with Batman, played by Adam West. Rest in peace. This Batman uses gadgets in his combat, which shows that he thinks through what he's doing a little bit more than the previous Batman, and uses basic punches and does also use kicks, which is a step up from the last Batman. Even though this Batman is still not the greatest at groups, he is significantly more successful when fighting groups, and he actually does some blocks instead of taking hits and throwing hits back. This Batman is relatively bad at grappling, but he also is able to fence, albeit with umbrellas, but he still has a fencing skill. For number 5, we have the great Michael Keaton. I know a lot of you guys love Michael Keaton Batman, and I don't blame you. It is excellent, but I gotta be real, he's not the best fighter. Regardless of what you think about the movies, he's just not the best fighter. He will use various types of kicks and punches just like Adam West, and he will also attempt to block. He's just not quite as successful with his blocks on average. But he is also decent at avoiding and evading attacks. He can dodge punches and kicks and stuff like that a lot better than the previous Batman can. However, this Batman does have mixed feelings about hitting women.
How could you? I'm a woman.
I'm sorry,
And he needs work. He definitely needs work against groups. Now we got everyone's favorite nipple Batman, George Clooney. Clooney, just like the majority of Batman before him, uses various amounts of basic kicks and punches, but he's also able to fight on skates, which, I mean, I don't see why that's all that helpful, but he can do it and the other Batman can't, so I'm gonna say it there anyway. Even though he doesn't block very well, he is relatively good against groups and has shown some form of staff or stick fighting when he fights with hockey sticks. Again, on the ice skates, which I don't totally understand, but whatever.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
There's a lot about that movie I don't totally get. Now we're going into our top 3. At the number 3 spot, we have Batman Forever, Val Kilmer. I'm really hoping I'm pronouncing that name right. He's actually really good at group fighting, unlike the majority of Batman before him, who were all either terrible at it or just barely getting by.
The difference? Showmanship.
Now, he also is the first Batman that uses more than just basic kicks and punches. He has advanced kicks and advanced punches in his repertoire. He also has advanced types of grabs and grappling techniques that he also uses. And I can't stress this enough how proud I am of him for this. He uses more than just jabs, crosses, and hooks for his punches, which I'm like, you know, good on you, my friend. Good on you.
Good job. Good job. Really good job.
He's also able to use gadgets mid-fight, able to plan ahead and counteract things that happen during the fight and use his gadgets effectively even though he is being attacked at the same time. Also, as a side note, he has super strong grappling hooks. Like, insanely strong grappling hooks. Even though that doesn't really matter for this contest, I thought I'd just throw that in there. Next we have probably everyone's favorite Batman, Christian Bale, The Dark Knight.
That's more like it.
He is excellent at using his gadgets in coordination with his fighting. He's honestly the first Batman to really do it the right way, in my opinion. He also is the first Batman on this list that can use hand combinations correctly. He doesn't just do 1 or 2 punches, he combos from one guy to the next very well. He also doesn't wear hockey pads.
What gives you the right? What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Bale is also good when fighting groups and has shown skill with weapons like the sword against Ra's al Ghul. However, he does not kick very often. He has shown the ability to kick before, but it's not his go-to compared to some of the other Batman on this list. Bale is strong enough to drag a grown man and hang him off the side of a cliff. And he also is good at not only knife and bat disarms, but gun disarms as well, which makes him one of the first Batman to actually show proficiency in that situation. Lastly, he shows the ability to avoid and block techniques, but he usually will try to block techniques instead of avoiding them for whatever reason. And lastly, for those of you that haven't figured it out yet, we have Batfleck, Ben Affleck as Batman, and the most recent incarnation of Batman as of this recording. I know there's a new cast of Batman coming, but we'll get to him when we get there. Now, this is the first Batman that shows extreme fluidity in his fighting style. He's able to bounce back and forth from technique to technique, from person to person, flawlessly, almost like it was an Arkham Knight video game. This makes him amazing at group fights, way better than most of the other Batman could dream of being. This Batman also isn't restrained by the whole no killing rule, and regardless of what you feel about that, this allows him to do more things and use more gadgets and be more efficient in his fighting. This Batman, along with his fluidity, is the first Batman to use complex kicks, complex hand combinations, and use his surroundings in combat, like he throws people into walls and uses the floor to drag people down. He's also quite good at both blocks, evasions, and disarms. But he also fights with incredible power, able to punch people through walls, throw people through blocks and crates, and break arms easily. And arguably one of his best features is being able to fight through severe pain. No matter what happens, whether he's been stabbed, shot in the head, or whatever, he can keep going. He has the willpower to keep going. And I can't talk about this Batman without talking about the incredible Superman stopping suit that he has. With that suit, he's able to take a beating that literally no other Batman on this list can stand up to. No other Batman is able to take the hits and the beating that this Batman can take. And he can hit even harder than normal, considering that this Batman is probably the strongest Batman on this list anyway. He's able to contend with people like Cyborg, Aquaman, and maybe even Wonder Woman. Although he never actually fights any of those. I'm just kind of guessing.
Well, here I am.
Now guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed getting the excuse to watch a bunch of Batman fight scenes to put this video together. If you want to see me do the same thing for animated versions of Batman, let me know, because there is so many versions of animated Batman out there that it would take so long to put that video together. So, but I'm willing to do it. I'm totally down to do it if you guys want to see it. So if you do want to see it, let me know down in the description. Show some love, hit the like button, let me know that you like this video, share it around, because if you want me to do that video, I would love to, but you guys gotta show me that it's worth it. You gotta show me that it's worth it. But with all that said, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you want to see more of the videos I put out. Don't forget that I have a giveaway right now, information down in the description. And with all of that said, my name's DJ Moore, this is The Modern Ninja, and I'm out.